Returning to racing as a mom has been very challenging, definitely requires some time management, but it's also been really rewarding. Having the perspective shift that comes with being a parent, it's just added so much more to my life, and I think ultimately a happy athlete is a little bit faster, so I'm going to bring that with me onto the race course.
Quest for Kona is brought to you by Gatorade Endurance, formulated for farther. 41-year-old professional triathlete Sarah True made the transition to long course racing in 2017 after representing the USA at 2 Olympic Games, earning 5 Ironman 70.3 podium finishes, including 2 wins that year. She made the jump up to Ironman in 2018 with a runner-up performance in Frankfurt, Germany. And she'd go on to finish 4th at the 2018 Ironman World Championship. Fast forward 4 years, and life looks a lot different for Sarah, who, with her pro runner husband Ben, welcomed son Håkon in July of 2021.
All of a sudden you realize time is super precious and how you want to spend it. Now, I want to spend my non-training hours with my son. So I'm still the very ambitious person that I was. It's just all of a sudden, it makes it harder to reach those ambitions.
After taking the 2021 season off to be with her son, Sarah returned to racing with a win at the 2022 Ironman 70.3 Eagleman. And now, she's focused on stepping back up to Ironman.
My athletic goals for this year is to take each race as it comes. I would love to have a really terrific Ironman. I feel like I've had some good ones, but not really knocked it out of the park. And I think that's the one thing I really want to be able to achieve.
Her target is the 2022 View Sport Ironman Lake Placid in upstate New York, a 3-hour drive from her home in New Hampshire.
I'm racing Lake Placid because it's basically a hometown race for me. I grew up in upstate New York. It has this incredible history, and it's a really hard course.
With her reduced training volume since becoming a mom, Sarah is approaching race day with cautious optimism.
My prep has been going well for Ironman Lake Placid, but it has been pretty short, so we didn't get back into structured training until a few months ago. But since then, it's been going great. I really just have to be able to do the best of my ability. If I do that, then I'm pretty confident I should be able to get a qualification.
It's race weekend, and Sarah is getting settled in Lake Placid with Ben and their toddler son.
What are my biggest concerns for race day? I haven't raced an Ironman in a few years, so let's see if I still remember how to do it. Am I ready? We'll find out.
And then it's finally here, race day. There's a distinct energy to those early morning hours before an Ironman start.
There's nothing like the feeling before the race. You have everything organized, but just feeling like you're gonna start something that's gonna be really long and hard, and you're gonna go through some ups and downs. And hopefully you come out the other side with a result that you feel good about.
Sarah lines up in the shallows of Mirror Lake with the other pro women. There are 14 competitors vying for 2 Kona slots. And moments later, they are officially underway as they first tackle the 2.4-mile Roka swim course.
For the swim start, the cannon just went off. You know, my short course racing brain kind of kicked in because I actually had a pretty good reaction time.
At the halfway mark of the swim, Sarah is in second place, just 2 minutes behind the leader, fellow American Rachel Zelinskas. But in the back half of the swim, Rachel pulls even further away, and by the time Sarah exits the water in a time of 55 minutes, 36 seconds, she is nearly 5 minutes down.
So, you know, I get out of the water, I'm feeling okay. I had this long run to get my suit on, and about a mile into the bike, I noticed I forgot to take off my swim skin. So that was one of these, all right, stay calm, it's okay. It's a long day. I can stop at the aid station, take off my swim skin, and just keep going.
Sarah has been riding all alone as she tries to close the gap to the front. And then, at about the halfway point of the 112-mile full-gas bike course, she takes the lead. With no one to match her pace, she grows her lead over the second loop.
It's the first time that I've just basically been out there on the course, by myself trying to race my own race. An Ironman, regardless how good you are, how fast you are, it is about doing your own race.
Reaching Transition 2 with a bike split of 4 hours, 55 minutes, Sarah's opened a 6-minute gap to her closest chaser. But the 26.2-mile Hoka Marathon run awaits, and she's still building back run volume on her postpartum comeback.
I had to focus on what I was doing, not getting too excited. Okay, just take it 1 mile at a time. I don't have a lot of run miles in my legs the past couple of years. I didn't know how I was going to feel, but I knew that I had control over the process.
Sarah sets an early run pace of 6-minute, 25-second miles. The field is studded with some of the sport's strongest runners. Clocking a 3-hour, 4-minute marathon, Sarah takes her very first Ironman victory and a Kona slot with an overall time of 9 hours, 22 seconds.
I'm winning this race, my first Ironman back, but I'm also part of something so much bigger. So part of, sporting history, and that's pretty special. I think anytime you go into a race without real set expectations, there's some freedom that comes with that. That you are just out there to have fun, to enjoy the process, and that absolutely was the case for me at Lake Placid.